Everyone, we are going to start in just a couple of seconds. I just want to make sure that you can see me. So if there's anyone here, and if you can see me and if you can hear me, please let me know. And I'm checking on my cell phone to see if I'm live. Yeah, I think you can see me, so just let me know if you can hear me also. That would be great. And then we can start with today's meditation. Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. So what we are going to do, it's 10 o'clock, so I'm going to start, and hopefully we'll have more people join us. So today is Thursday, and we are going to start a weekly meditation session. My name is Sarit, and I'm a certified meditation teacher from the Deepak Chopra Center. And the meditation that I am practicing, and the meditation that I'm teaching, is a mantra-based meditation. But today we're going to do something slightly different. And so when I sat down and I was thinking about the meditation that I wanted to share with you today, what came to my mind, of course, with this crazy time, is that I wanted to share my experience. I was thinking about my experience, the way I'm going through this crazy time, and then I thought that, I'm very much a control freak person. And I don't like to use the word control freak. I like to use the word control enthusiastic. So I like to control everything. I like to, my kids, my husband. I like to know everything. When we go on vacations, I like to have a list, like almost hour by hour. I like to know where we're going, what we are going to do, who we are going to meet, the driver's name, everything that I can control. And so in life, it's the same for me. With my kids, I like to be on top of everything. And so, with this coronavirus, I'm losing control. I felt like there's nothing I can control here, and I'm sure you can relate. I cannot control who's staying in and who's going out. I cannot control how fast they will find the cure. I can control if they're going to find a cure, and all the activities and everything. I feel like I'm losing my grasp. I'm losing my control on everything in my life. And so, and please tell me if you can relate to what I feel. And so in times like that, when I feel like there's nothing I can control, what I usually do, and what usually people do, is we go online and we watch the news, and we look for doctors and people who can give us the answers to the questions. And the thing is that most people online and offline, they don't have the answers. The doctors that we're looking at, they don't really have the answers to the questions that we have. So, but we keep looking for answers, and when we don't find those answers, we start to spiral in these anxiety feelings. And the more we stay there, the more we start to feel depression. And so what's nice about that, I don't know if it's nice, but most of us, when we get to that place of anxiety or fear of, we can dwell, we can stay there for the longest time. But the thing is that with most of us, we can recognize that moment. We can tell, we can feel the moment. It's like we're observing ourselves. It's like we're looking at ourselves from outside. And we can definitely pinpoint the moment that we start to go down this rabbit hole. And so, like I said, for most of us, if we can recognize, if we can observe ourselves doing that, we can also tell ourselves at some point, hey, this is what's going on, this is what you are doing, and maybe you should just stop for a moment. Just stop watching the news. Just stop doing what you're doing, because it's not going to heal you, and it's going to do the opposite. So we can recognize that moment, and there are two things that we can do at that moment when we recognize our behavior. We can either tell ourselves to just focus on things that we do have control on. For instance, we can tell ourselves, okay, I can control the way my family is behaving. I can control who is going out. I can control if we are ordering food in or we are going out, right? I can control all that stuff. I can also control if I'm washing my hands frequently, or there are some things that I can control. Another thing that we can do, and this is a nice segue to what we're going to do today, is we can do a simple practice of body scanning. And that's what we're going to do today. And in the past, when I heard the phrase body scanning, I felt like, oh, come on, give me a break. It's not going to help me. But then I tried it, and it's wonderful. And what it does, it brings you back to awareness. It brings you back to yourself, and you can just sit down and heal and focus on yourself. So that's what we are going to do today. Now, today we're going to do the long version. We're going to stay like 15 minutes about in a body scanning session. But whenever you feel anxiety over anything, tests, work, projects, whatever it is, you can definitely try to do the short version, and you can just adjust it. Just do it for 2 minutes. Just make sure that you feel you are aware of what's going on in your mind at that specific moment, and then you can breathe and go on with the rest of your day. So when you are ready, just close your eyes and make yourself comfortable. And take a deep breath. And allow your back to be straight, but not stiff. And if your feet are on the ground, I want you to just pay attention to your feet for a moment. By the way, you can also do this practice standing up if you prefer. And your hands could be resting gently on your lap or on your side. Take several deep, long, slow breaths, fully in and slowly exhaling. Breathe in through your nose and out through your stomach, through your mouth, sorry. And I want you to feel your stomach expand on an inhale and relax. And just for a moment, see if you can hear anything, any noise around you, any noises, anything going on around you. And just be there. And now just let it go and see if you can get back inside to yourself. Let go of the room and everything that is around you, and simply bring back your focus to your breathing. Now let's slowly bring back your attention to your feet. Observe the sensation in your feet. Wiggle your toes if you can. Feel in your socks or your shoes, just noticing without judgment. Let's send some breathing, some breath down to the feet. And see if you can actually feel the breath traveling through your nose to the lungs, all the way down to your feet. And then back again, all the way up. If your mind is wandering, just be aware of that and come back to this meditation. Just let it go. Then, on the next out breath, just allow your feet to dissolve in your mind. And now, let's pay attention to our legs, to our knees, to our shins, to our thighs. What do you feel? If you are wearing sweatpants or anything, can you actually feel the fabric? Can you notice? What do you feel? How does it feel? Is it nice and comfortable? Is it smooth? And just simply notice it. Is there any pain anywhere? Stiffness? And allow the sensations to be in the moment, just as they are. Into and out of your legs. The next breath, allow your legs to dissolve in your mind. And move to this sensation and your thoughts and your awareness into your lower back and pelvis. Softening and releasing as you breathe in and out. And let's move our attention up to the upper back. Just see how it feels from the lower back to the upper back. And everywhere our attention goes, let's just stay there for just a second and see how it feels. Are there any knots? Is there any stiffness? Can we just stay there and just breathe into this area and release? And just become curious about the sensation here. Can you feel your muscles? Can you feel the temperature? Is it hot? Is it cold? If you are leaning back, can you feel the furniture, the sofa, the chair? How does it feel? If you are on the floor, what do you feel? With each out breath, just let go of the tension that you are carrying. Everything that doesn't serve you today. This moment, just let it go. And then, very gently shift your attention and focus to your stomach and all the internal organs here. Perhaps you can feel your shirt, the fabric, your clothing. Maybe you can feel the digestion system in your belly rising or falling with each breath. Maybe you can actually follow your digestion system in your mind. And maybe, just maybe, you can feel where it gets stuck or where you sense some blockage. Many people feel stress in their stomach, so maybe you can also just pinpoint it. And if you do, and if you can, just stay there for a moment and with the power of your breath, just dissolve it. Just let it go and see if you can observe the sensation here. At the exact second, the exact moment that you let everything go. And as you can continue to breathe, bring your awareness to your chest area and your heart. And while your eyes are closed, see if you can actually hear your heartbeat. Can we actually listen to to our heartbeat. Let's observe how the chest risen during the inhale and how it falls during the exhale. If you can, I want you to put your right hand over your chest and just stay here for a moment. Observe the inhale and exhale. And this is definitely something you can do for the short version. Just put your hand over your chest, over your heart, and just observe your breath for a minute or two. The heart center in Indian and Vedic philosophy is right here in the center. And now you can let it go. And let's shift our awareness to our arms. And I want you to observe the sensation, or maybe lack of sensation, that may be coming from your arms. And maybe there's a different sensation between the left arm and the right arm. Maybe one of them is heavier. No judgment here, just noticing. And as you exhale, you may experience the arm soften, and you can release the tension here. And what about your fingernails? Let's pay attention to the fingers and your fingernails. Are they sweaty? Are they cold? Are they warm? Can I actually sense my fingernails? Can I feel them? And if I don't, that's okay. Everything at this moment is just perfect as it is. And when you are ready, let's shift our focus to the neck and shoulder and throat, your throat region. This is the area where we often have tension. So let's see what we feel. how we feel. Is there any tension here? Can you feel it? Are there any knots? You can even move your neck a little bit, just tiny bit. And while you're moving your neck, see if you can sense any tension in your throat, in your neck, in your shoulders. And if you do, just breathe into those knots, into those areas where you feel the tension. And see how everything is just dissolving, just melting. Just let go. If you have any thoughts again, any sensations, if you see visions, if you see colors, just let them go. And go back to your shoulders, to the sensations in your shoulders and in your neck. And be aware of what's going on there. And let the tension just roll off your shoulders. And on your next out breath, move your attention to your scalp, head, and face. And see if you can observe all the sensations occurring here. Can you notice the air as you breathe? In and out the nostrils or your mouth. Can you feel the air on your eyelashes or on your cheeks? And maybe you can feel your hair on your scalp. How does it feel? It's weird. And if you have long hair, maybe you can feel it on your shoulders or your back. And just everywhere your attention is, just release and soften. And now let your attention to expand out to include your entire body as a whole. From the top of your head down to your toes. And feel the gentle rhythm of your breath as it moves through your body. And just stay here for a moment. Observe your breath going through from your top of your head down to your chest and your belly, very slowly, through your legs and toes, and then going up again. And now let's take a deep inhale and a really big exhale. Just fully exhale everything, let go of everything. Another deep inhale all the way in and release. And when you're ready, very gently open your eyes. And just pay attention to the present moment. And let's set our attention for the day. Just be healthy and strong, because we can do it. And whenever we feel that it's too much, or whenever we feel that we are losing our control, we can just maybe take a moment to make sure that we can control our body, we can control our surrounding, our kids, what's going on inside our home, and that's it, and that's enough for today. Thank you everyone for being here with me. Namaste. If you have any questions, I'm going to be here for another moment. If not, you can catch this recording on the YouTube channel or here on Facebook. Okay, you guys, I will see you next week.